Join us today on the channel for part 2 of our Carnevale campaign, Blood on the Water, Send for the Guard. Welcome back to the channel. You're here with me, Alex.
And me, Dan.
And we're here for part 2 of our Blood on the Water Carnevale campaign.
Absolutely. Time to send for the guard.
Yes. So if you haven't watched Mission 1, go back and watch that first. You've got some context for what's going on. But yeah, this is part 2 with you as your Patricians.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I am playing the antagonists of the campaign, who are usually guild, but for this are my Strigoi, the vampires. Yeah, we will run through the lists and then we'll get started.
Absolutely.
So the lists, we are playing, for this mission, it's 125 ducats, isn't it?
It is, yes.
For me, that's one single gang. For you, you've got to make 2 individual gangs for the mission.
2 separate gangs, yes.
Yes.
So my Admiral, while she's off having her little pogrom elsewhere in Venice, she's also using that as cover to move one of her VIPs across the city. On her travels, she's found a mage, which the Patricians are really interested in. And they're trying to get her to safety before any rampaging vampires can cause mischief. So yes, I've got 2 sets of gang. First with Fadila herself.
Yep.
And they're going to start in the centre of the board and being attacked by superior numbers. And then some of the guard come riding to the rescue. And I've got some Ottoman mercenaries who have been pressed into service in the Venetian Guard.
Okay.
They come to the rescue.
Very cool. What have you got specifically? What characters?
So starting off in the middle with Fadila, I've got Fadila herself and an Ottoman janissary, who's an excellent bodyguard character. I've then got an Ottoman pirate, who's got a pair of swords, makes him quite good in combat, and 2 Ottoman archers. They're fast, they're nimble, they've got some firepower.
Yep.
And then riding to the rescue, I've got a guard commander, a captain of the guard, a city guard with a infantry sabre, and a guard marksman as well. We'll hopefully be able to start having an influence as soon as he shows up with his long-range musket.
Yes, which is going to be a problem for me. I've got to make the first few turns count before the rest of your gang arrives. I think you're going through vampiric territory here, and you've really upset the local riffraff. So after the, spoilers, trouncing I suffered in the last game, yeah, we're out for blood. At the very least, I want that mage dead. Not because I want her, but because I want you not to have her. I think that's the idea. So I've got a single 100 ducat gang. It is led by my noble, as always, so she has come back from the previous fight somehow. We've got a Strigoi for some very fast movement and hopefully diving off roofs.
Yeah.
And a hulking Moroi as well, who is my brawler.
It's a veritable wrecking ball.
Yes, so that 1-2 punch of those 2 big tough monsters should hopefully overwhelm you early in the game, is the idea. To get some longevity, I've got a highborn servant, and I've taken the flashbang grenade at a spare point, but also the leather undershirt. So normally it's once per battle, you roll a d10, you take that, you reduce the damage you're taking from a blow by that number. Highborn servant can do it once per round, or each round I can use a piece of gear I've already used in a previous round. So that should really give me a bit more endurance.
Yes.
And then for my henchman, I've got a Nosferatu, because I need a few more command points, and teleport ability is good. I've got a single thrall with a club. The stun is always useful, and is a good snack. And I've got 2 of my common Strigoi, my normal line fighters. So fast, aggressive, not very durable, but again, if I can take some scalps before the guards show up, I can then hopefully be in a good position for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. I think I might try and run away at the start. Let's refuse the engagement and try and head for the reinforcements as they come in.
It might be a good idea. All right, we'll get the mission set up and we'll be back in a moment. Right, we are deployed for this mission, Send for the Guard. So how does this mission work, Dan?
So I start off with half my gang in the centre. So I've got Fadila, 2 archers, pirate, and the janissary clustered around her. And for the first 2 turns, that's all I have.
Yes.
You start off in 2 opposing corners.
Yep.
Obviously, you've chosen to split your gang, If you hadn't, I'd have just gone away from whichever corner you put them all in.
Exactly.
And yes, so we play 2 turns as normal, and then on the start of the 3rd turn, I get my reinforcements to come barreling in from one of the unused corners, or both of them if I want.
You can split if you want, and you deploy them within 6, and they act normally.
Yes.
Victory conditions?
Victory conditions is 1 victory point for each kill.
Yep.
And 1 victory point for each of the 3 agendas.
Yep. We've drawn those already. So I've got Decoy, which is, I think, have a hero or henchman base contact 3 enemies at the same time. Might be a tall order, might not. You're quite clustered currently. I've got ideas above their station, above your station, which is to kill a hero or leader with a henchman. And I've got Heroic Duel, which is to kill your leader with my leader. And your leader's not showing up for a chunk of the game.
Not here. But
yes.
It will be coming in later.
What have you got for your agendas?
I've got Draw Them In. So I've got to disengage twice with the same character during the game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like running away might be a thing that I want to do, so that sounds good.
Yep.
I have got...
Hostile Takeover?
Hostile Takeover, that's the Badger.
Yep.
Which is kill your leader with someone who's not my leader.
With a hero, specifically.
With a hero.
Can't be a henchman. So it has to be a hero getting that kill.
I think that's fairly likely anyway.
Yep.
And I also have Decoy.
Yeah, very good. My deployment, so on my right flank, surging over the bridge, I have the Monster Mash. So I've got the Strigoi and the Hulking Moroi ready to rampage forwards. I've got the Thrall with the club coming along as a snack for either of those 2 want speed boost. And my Highborn Servant just hanging right at the back because I want to try and keep her alive to make sure I get to use her undershirt every turn. And over here, in the fish market, I'll just take the lid off, we have lined up my 2 common Strigoi, my Nosferatu, and my Noble, ready to charge forwards and hopefully give you some problems to think about. Finally, gondolas. We each got to place a gondola, and you got an extra one. So you've got 1 over here to get, because you basically you have a little bridge, I suppose, to get your troops into the middle faster, or out of the middle.
And the same over this side.
Same over that side as well. And I got to place 1, and I've done the same thing. I just placed the green gondola here, again forming a bridge, because my character's notoriously bad at jumping. That is it. So, top of round 1, initiative. I'm on 2 dice. Sorry, I'm on 4 dice even.
I'm on 2 dice.
You're on 2 dice. After you. So,
1 ace.
1 ace, and I've got more aces.
Okay, would you like to go first?
No, not particularly. You can go first.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, you join us at the end of round 1. My gang lobbed 1 optimistic arrow at the vampires, which was completely ineffectual, and then scarpered this way.
Exactly, yeah. I think you got on the gondola with the archer, jumped on the gondola with Fadila, didn't knock the archer off, and really cheesing it into that corner, which basically means we're going to play the whole game in this 1 foot by 1 foot square. And I'm chasing you, more or less.
You are chasing me at speed in vampire-powered gondola.
Yes, my common Strigoi got on the gondola, and then my Noble got on, rode twice, and went a massive 11 inches, I think, in total. So really bearing down on you. She's found her niche. My Nosferatu here has crossed the river with a chain jump. They can't go any further than that, it's only moving 3. Common Strigoi here is trying to come around the flank, see if we can get a bite into that archer. And then over here, we took a bite out of our Thrall to give that Strigoi an extra move. Oh, to give the Moroi an extra move, so he's gone 12 inches. The Strigoi is now perched on top of that, and these 2 are following up. So, yeah, quick round, no damage other than the self-inflicted that I did to the Thrall.
Yep.
Round 2.
2 priority.
Yep.
I have 1 ace.
Okay, I've got 2 aces. So now I will be taking priority, I think. Right, top of round 2. So I've got priority. I'm going to go with my Noble over here, and she is going to start trying to blend some people. First of all, she is going to use her command ability, Blood Frenzy. So I'm down to 3 command points, but until the end of the round, any friendly characters that can see her increase their vampiric attack to 2. Oh, sorry, by 1 to a max of 2. So hopefully I can get in a position where everyone can see her and be inspired by what she's doing, as long as she doesn't fall in the water. She's then going to jump onto here and try and chain jump onto your gondola.
Okay.
So I am Dex 5, needing to get to there I think a 3. Yep. So needing an ace even. So that is going to be an ace. Cool, we made it onto the debris.
First successful jump
of the campaign, quite possibly. And then we're going to try and chain jump onto your gondola.
She's a different vampire.
Yeah, the last one got shot.
Okay, onto the gondola.
Onto the gondola. That is going to be 2 aces, so it's perfect. Yep. So bounce, bounce to here.
Could you chuck 3 dice for me, please? Because I need to make a dex check.
Yes, do you want me to roll it for you?
Yes, please.
You only dex 3 on an archer?
No, dex 4, sorry.
Yeah. You are fine.
Not falling. Jolly good.
Right, I'm now going to try and can open. So that's probably fine. That's the indication I should probably call a plumber. Right, so she is attack 4, spending 2 life points. I'll mark it up in a second if she doesn't make it back. And we're going to try and eat you. Okay. So dex of 5, was it?
4.
Dex 4.
Dex 4, move 5.
That's the one. So looking for 4s, expert defense 3. That's a pretty good start. Okay, that's... oh, and that one as well. There we go. So that's a full house. That is 6 damage, no pen.
6 damage, no pen. That's quite pokey.
How have you managed to cock a dice in a dice tray?
There we go.
Okay.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Ouch!
And I'll heal that back, and then I'll do it again. That is... Reroll that one, that one. That is 6 damage, no pen.
The 4 miss. Oh, no, 4 hits.
4 hits, yes.
4 hits.
So another 5 damage.
5 damage. 10 damage.
Still alive?
Yes.
Yeah?
1 health left.
Okay. I'll spend 2 life points. I'll do it again. And reroll that one and that one. Can't reroll Destiny dice, so that is going to be a mere 5 damage, no pen.
And that kills her.
Yes, it does. And I'll heal life points back. So that is 1 victory point so far. But is now my leader close to the rest of your gang?
Yes, indeed.
Possibly quite shootable.
Yes, although you've just halved the amount of shooting I have. I really don't like that.
No, I wouldn't.
Ottoman Janissary is going to leap onto the gondola and engage you in a ferocious duel.
Yes, let's go.
So, with dex of 4.
Yep.
Needing a single ace to get onto the gondola.
Yes, just. Do I fall off the gondola as a result? No, I do not.
No.
Should I put you there?
Yes, please.
Okay, and this is the Janissary, the chap with the swords.
Yes.
That doesn't narrow it down at all, does it? Go.
With quite a lot of armour and 2 very big swords and a bit of an attitude.
Yes. He was probably a bit annoyed about what I did to that archer.
Yep. Right. He is going to have a go at you. He is attack 4.
Okay.
Plus 1 damage.
Dex 5. You've done it again.
I've done it again. Well, I've got expert offence anyway, so I'll roll it. There we go. That is 4 plus 1 damage goes to 5 health to you.
5 health. Well, that's the time I think to use my leather undershirt. So I roll a d10.
Yep.
And I ignore 4 of the damage, so I'm taking 5. And then a protection roll. Any pens, sorry?
Nope.
No. So 4 dice. And I'm fine.
Okay.
But I can't do that again this round.
Fine. I'll spend 2 will.
Yep.
And I will stab you even harder.
And do a bigger attack now I spent that. Oh.
What's your dex?
It is 5.
Well, I'll re-roll those 2 expert defense. There we go. That is plus 1 for the damage of the weapon, 6 damage.
Oof. I don't like that at all. 6 damage. No, why am I wrong? 6 dice. 6 damage, 4 dice. I strug 1, so I take 5 damage. Right, okay, fair enough. So I'm going to be down to 8.
Yep.
Okay. Is that him done, though?
That is him done, yes.
Right. This common Strigoi here is going to activate. She's going to try to jump onto these stalls here.
This common Strigoi here.
Yep.
Jumping up onto the stalls.
Yep, so I think I need 2 aces to get 4.
Sounds about right.
Fail is fine, maybe. So, Dex 5?
Yep.
Yes. There we go, that's 2 aces, so she's on it, and then she'll chain jump toward your archer.
Yep.
Making it with a 1 ace for a 3-inch jump.
Yep, gets there.
Yep. I want to get over to, probably over to here, so you can't charge me with a swordsman.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bite you. I'm going to spend 2 life points.
Okay.
But I now have Vampiric Attack 2, so I'll be up to 6 dice, Expert Defense 1. Dex of 4, wasn't it?
Yep.
So reroll that one. Okay, so that is going to be 5 damage, no pen.
5 damage.
As you shrug 2, so you take 3.
3 damage.
I heal, and I'll then bite you again.
Yep.
For again, the same thing of 6 dice.
Yep.
Okay, I mean that's there's a miss. All right, that is 6 damage, no pen. That's 1 ace.
Oh, 1 ace. There we go. 5
Okay.
damage.
5 damage, and I'll heal again.
Yep. So I have 3 health remaining.
So you're not dead yet.
No.
That is her done.
Right. So I think that archer might need to give you a very good running away from. How much health has your leader got?
She's got 8 remaining.
8 remaining. I am going to try and disengage with the archer.
Okay, so opposed dex.
Yep.
I am dex 5. Yeah, I get 1 ace, so drop dice, please.
4 down to 3. I don't do it.
So you do get to leave, but I get to attack you before you do. And I'm going to spend 2 life points to do the full 6 attacks.
Absolutely.
Because it'd be silly not to. I think that's most likely you're going to be dead for 6 damage.
6 damage.
And she heals again.
I might need
A crit might matter.
That's not a crit.
That is not.
That is both of my archers gone.
Wow, okay.
Youch. Oh, these vampires really do have their blood up.
Yes, they didn't care for the last game. Where it spent most of the game running.
Well, that was supposedly my activation, so back to you.
Oh god, it was, wasn't it? Okay, cool. Let's go with... How many attacks is your Janissary?
Attacks?
Yeah.
4.
Attack 4. But he has already activated. So, let's go with... Let's go with this common Strigoi here.
Yep.
She is going to jump and then chain, I think, toward your pirate. That seems like the best idea. So we're going to jump on the debris and try and chain this way.
Okay.
So we just need an ace to make the first jump.
Yep.
But then quite a long one for the second one. So on the first one, we make it with only 1 ace.
Yep.
And then what are we looking at for this jump? To get to that, go 3, gets me to the edge there. 5 to land behind you.
Fishing for 3 aces.
3 aces.
Good jump.
It is a big jump. It might...
Come to them and knock people off.
Actually, you being in the water is not that bad. I'd quite like you to be in the water. You wearing full plate?
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's only chain.
Okay.
Really good chain.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to spend 2 life points on this jump.
Okay.
So, can't heal from a jump, but I can heal if I can eat you. So I'm going up to 7 dice, dealing 3 aces. That is 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Bang on. Right,
Ooh.
so boing, boing. Over to here, where your Janissary was a moment ago. There we go. Right, and this is a charge, so I can now bite you. I'm not going to do any bonus dice because I want to heal first.
Okay.
So I'm on 4 dice, rerolling 1.
Dex 4, parry 1.
Parry 1, so I reroll 1 of my successes and 1 of my failures. So, Dex 4, was it?
Dex 4.
Okay, so...
One of your successes.
Yeah, I can't reroll a reroll, so it is still 4 damage, no pen.
4 damage, no pen. He is protection 3. Saves 1.
So 3 damage, and I'll heal that back. And then I'm going to bite you properly for my second action for 6 dice.
Yep.
So we are looking for 4s again. Rerolling 1 success, 1 failure. Can't do anything with that either way. All the others hit, so I have to reroll a success into a success. So that is 5 more damage, please.
5 more damage, 4 more damage.
4 more damage.
He has 4 health remaining.
Okay. That is her done.
Well, that happened.
Yeah. Do you want to try disengaging?
After how we went last time, not so much. How close is Fadila to the pirate?
To the pirate?
Yes.
It's the easiest way to do this. There we go. You are within 6.
Okay, I will go with Fadila.
Yep.
So for her first action, she will create a bubble of shielding around her, out to 6 inches.
Okay. And what's this do for people who aren't familiar with her?
It gives everyone within that bubble universal shielding 4 and expert protection 4.
Okay. Friend and foe.
Friend and foe.
Okay. Until her next activation?
Till
Or end of the round. Okay, cool.
So, could have maybe done with doing this a little bit earlier, but there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I will then try and cast some magic. I think I will go for some rejuvenation.
Okay. Seems wise.
It's cost 1, difficulty 7.
Yep.
He is mind 5.
Okay, and you've got expert sorcerer 1, so you're rerolling 1. So rerolling 1 dice.
So I need to get 1 7.
Which you did.
I got 2 7s, there
Yes.
we go. So, and I reroll 1
Yep.
in the tray. There we go, 3.
Okay.
So I get the number of aces, which is 3, plus my mage level, up to 5.
Yep.
5 health back on the pirate.
Oh, very nice.
So he's now only taken 2 damage.
Okay, fair enough. That's not all bad then.
And that cost me 1 will. So
Yep.
for her second action, she's then going to try and cast Cantrip for the Sun.
Third action, right? Because she's done her bubble spell.
Yes,
Yep.
third action, final action, that's what I meant.
I see.
And she's going to cast that on herself to cost 0 will, and it'll give her 1 will back.
Okay,
So regenerating will there.
sensible.
Which she succeeds. She also heals her health. She hasn't taken any damage, so she's back up to full will.
Okay. Right. Back to me then.
Back to you.
So, I think if we go 5 up to here and 5 up to there, we obviously can't reach anyone this turn. But we can be...
Has inconveniently died.
Yes. So the threat has been somewhat neutralised, in fact.
Yes.
So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to just flap up to there with the Strigoi and perch ominously, like some sort of man-bat-man combination. Back to you.
Okay. So my pirate is going to retaliate against this vampire that is attacking him. I'm just going to get stabby at you.
Yep, and you're in range and I'm not for that shield buff.
Indeed.
Okay, I am Dex 5.
Dex 5.
Yep.
Yep. Let's spend a will on this.
Okay.
Dex 5. That is 2. Plus 1 damage from my weapon. 3.
So 3 damage and I am protection 3. So 3 damage, of which I soak 1, so I take 2 damage on that common Strigoi, which is...
2 damage.
Yeah.
And I'm then going to do it again.
Okay, so I've taken 2 so far.
That is Dex 5. 3 successes. 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Taking 4 damage, of which I soak 1, so I take 3 more, so I've taken 5, so she has 6 remaining.
There we go. And
Okay.
that is all of my people, so everything left is all you.
Yes. Is there any way I can be really clever about this? No, I think we just want to move. We don't want to burn any resources yet. So the Hulk is going to try and nimbly, gracefully jump onto these barrels.
Yep.
So they are 3 inches away. Dex 4.
Yep.
That is an ace, so on the barrels, and then we'll chain this way.
Yep.
Around the corner. With an ace again, so 3 inches off the barrels.
Yep. And then he's going to move 4, so 7 inches. Yep. 7 inches from the barrels.
Yep. So jump, chain jump, run along to here.
Okay.
The thrall is having a great time. The vampires have left.
Now's your chance, buddy.
He's never been happier. He's just going to move 8 over to here.
Yep.
And the noble the highborn servant even will stick along with the only other mortal.
Yeah. And you've got your Nosferatu down here.
I do indeed, who I just want to get it so I can see everyone, really. So he's just going to move 6 over this way, and that'll give me options for giving commands to people, I think. So 6 gets us to here with his 2 moves, and I don't need to spend a command point yet. Actually, we could teleport ourselves 8 inches just to really get some distance where we want to be. It's not the worst of ideas. Yeah, I think I will, actually. So he'll spend his command point to teleport himself.
Yep.
8 inches. We'll just get him over to here. And yeah, that'll do. And I'm done.
Okay. That ends the turn.
That does end the turn. Right, turn 3. So we did check, and it looks like you set up your characters at the start of the turn and then roll priority.
Yeah.
So Dan, you've brought in
all of the guards. So I've got a guard commander, a captain, regular city guard, and a guard marksman.
yes,
So
all
lots of chiefs, not many Indians.
indeed. We've already killed the mooks.
Yep.
And you won the priority with your mighty 5 command points.
Yes.
So you got the first activation. What's the
Yep.
plan?
The Janisvi is going first. He is spending one of his command points to get an extra action.
Yep.
Again, the Patrician's special ability, he can give himself extra actions. He's not a counsellor, so he doesn't get to keep it. But he is going to spend his last will point to try and stab your vampire leader really, really hard.
Makes sense to me.
You're Dex 5.
I am Dex 5. Expert defense.
Expert defense.
Yep.
There we go. Have that.
How much is that?
That is 5 plus 1 damage from his sword, so 6.
So I'll use the undershirt and drop 4, so it's doing 2 damage, and I'm protection 4. And I am fine.
Yep. Okay.
I think I will. Yes, I will go with the original plan. So I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a command point from the Nosferatu,
Yep.
which is his last one, to order her to take an action now, order the noble Strigoi to take an action.
That's a counter. Yep.
And she is going to have a bite, and she will... No, we don't want to spend life points. We want to hurt, we want to heal. That's what we're trying to do here. So, 4 dice, expert defense 3, you are Dex 4,
Yep.
with no parry or anything? Yeah. Cool. That is 4 damage, no pen.
4 damage, no pen.
Yep.
Protection 5.
Yes.
I soak 2.
Okay. So you'll take 2,
2. Yep.
and I will heal 2. And then you can carry on with your other 2 actions.
Okay. I shall stab you
Makes sense?
for my second action.
Yep.
That's
Dex 5.
5. So that's a straight up miss. Reroll those 2 with expert defense. 2 goes to 3.
So taking 3 damage, 4 protection. I absorb 1, so I take 2 damage.
2. So you haven't marked up your healing.
Yep, and now it's gone again.
That's gone. There we go.
Okay.
You're on 8 health.
You've got 1 action remaining.
1 action remaining. I think I'm going to stick to my original plan, and I'm going to jump clear to try and get to safety.
Oh, okay. So disengage.
Disengage. Sorry, it's
Yeah, it's a opposed roll, so I'll roll first.
Yeah.
So, drop 1 dice, please.
Okay.
So 3 dice.
There we go.
Okay, so you jump clear, and then the actual jump.
Actual jump. Fine.
Yeah.
4 inches. And back we go over here.
Okay.
Days.
Right. My first action. This is getting really quite congested here now, with your pirate holding the stairs very effectively. So I'm going to go with my noble.
Yep.
I'm going to row. So she is Dex 5.
Yep.
Perfect. That's an amazing roll, which is really unnecessary. Can you move it so the gondola is as far this way as possible with her in base contact with the pirate?
Yep.
As she rows menacingly closer.
Okay, so she doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
No, it was not a move action. So she will then bite that pirate, and I'm going to, for a final action for the round, and do I want to spend her command point, her last... Oh, no, she's got 2 left. 3 left, even. So I'll spend a command point on her to do the improved vampiric attack for everyone in line of sight of her.
Okay.
So if you can mark that up for me.
Absolutely.
And she is not going to go for damage. She's going to go for healing here, because I'm nowhere near killing that pirate, am I? No, nowhere near.
You were.
Oh, yeah, he got better. So, 4 dice, looking for 4s, rerolling 3 of them, rerolling 1 of yours for parry. I can't reroll that either way, and I can reroll. I reroll that one, and I reroll that one because you tell me to.
Yeah.
So, we end up with 3 damage, no pen. You are protection 3.
In the tray. There we go, 2 damage taken.
Okay, and I'll heal 2 life. And that will be her done.
It will be her done.
Yep. What's the plan?
What's the plan? So, I think Fadila is going to go next.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to try and do some healing. Then she's going to move and then use her. She's kind of in the way. So she's doesn't really matter the order. She's going to move around to here.
Yep.
This side. Then she is going to do the healing on the. Yeah, I can pick targets after I roll, can't I?
I believe so. You roll to cast a spell, then apply it to a target.
Absolutely. And it is target of
7.
7.
Yep.
Costing 1 will to do this. I've got 2 aces. I'm expert sorcerer 1.
Yep.
No, 2 aces, so I get to heal 4.
And you can assign it to any character. You can distribute it among the characters if you wish.
The mystery gets better, and the pirate gets better, so he's only got 2 health.
Fine.
And she is going to do a 3-inch bubble of protection.
Okay, which is currently getting the Janissary in your gang, but...
Everyone except the pirate.
Understood. And that's her done? Okay. I think we need to try and get this pirate somewhere useful, because currently he's in the way, and only one person can really fight him. So, that common Strigoi is going to try and do the old suplex maneuver and throw him up the stairs.
Okay.
So, opposed attack, you roll first.
1 success.
1 success. I'm going to go down to 3 dice, and I'm going to spend 2 life points to try and make this work, I think.
Is a common Strigoi.
Yep. They're both unhurt, because they've both been healing every time they eat anyone. I think.
No, the common Strigoi is down to 6.
Oh, what happened to her? Oh, you stabbed her. That'll do it. Okay, so if she's that hurt, I'll only spend 1 life point.
Okay.
So go up to 4 dice. She's down to 5.
Yep.
Right. That is 1 success. So can you move the pirate 3 inches up the steps, please?
Yep.
If you can do the surgery required to extract the model.
Go.
Is he still? And then I'll charge him with that common Strigoi. So can you move her upstairs as well?
Yep.
And I'm going to go for trying to heal myself, so I'm not going to spend any additional dice.
Yep.
So I've got expert defense 1, parry 1. So goodness. I reroll that, and you make me...
No, I don't.
You? No, you don't. So... 2. So 2 damage, no pen, please.
No, thank you.
Okay, and I don't heal, because I didn't actually get through your armour.
No.
That's irritating. Over to you.
Right. I mean, this part of the world is feeling quite unwelcome, to be honest. So I think the pirate is going to go next. And he is going to try and disengage.
Okay.
He's going to try and do a chain jump off the gondola and try and end up as close to him as possible, and then...
Okay, try and cheese it, basically.
Yes.
Right. I would rather you didn't, but if you fail, you'll just try again the next action. So I'm not going to spend any resources. So Dex 5. Nope. Well, sorry, 1. There we go.
Yep.
So down to 3 dice.
Down to 3 dice.
You've got 2 will points.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
So you disengage successfully.
Disengage.
And then the jump.
Jump onto the gondola. Yes.
Okay. Do I fall off the gondola?
4 inches handily. Gets me to the front of the gondola. No, that's a bit where I was going to. So
Yeah.
I'll go to the closest point of gondola. Do you fall off?
It would be funny if I did. I do not, for better or worse. I stay on the gondola.
And my chain jump.
Yep.
3 successes, so I go 5 inches from there.
Yep.
Boop.
Oh, come back.
1 action. And then he's going to walk around here.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. That's really irritating. Oh, All right. I mean, I have half a mind to pull back and make you come to me, really. Is that, from where the Strigoi is to the top of the crane, is that within 10 inches?
This bit?
That bit there.
Yeah, it's within 10.
Okay. Are you now both within your bubble?
Yep.
How annoying. I'm going to stall, so I'm going to go with my thrall.
Yep.
And can you just basically move him 4 inches, please?
Yep. So it's 2 inches to get around the corner.
Yeah.
6 inches to hop over this.
Yeah, sure.
About there.
Within an inch of the Hulk.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So my captain of the guard is a little bit in the way, so I'm going to activate him next.
Okay. Try and extract the model carefully.
He's just going to take a move action.
Yep.
Clamber up there.
Anything else?
Second move action to get the rest of the way there.
Makes sense. It took both moves to do that.
Do I think? No, that's 4 inches. Okay, he's going to take a guard action for a second action.
Oh, okay, fine. I mean, again, if I pull back, you've got to come to me if you want to score any points. I've
musket.
Oh, God, you do, don't you? You brought a gun to a knife fight again. I mean, we can hide. We can hide, that's fine. Let's go with... Yeah, stalled again. So, where is your musket, actually?
Just there.
Okay. So, my noble servant is going to go... I'm going to jump onto this and chain jump. So, we are Dex 4.
Yep.
That is an ace, so we are onto the barrel.
Yep.
And then we're going to chain jump, trying to end up over here. Which we'll get on 2 aces, so 4-inch jump gets us to here. And then she's going to hide.
Okay.
Which is, you cannot see her if you're not within 6 inches of her.
Yep. Seems fair. Right, let's see what we can do. I think my musketeer ambles out here.
Mm-hmm.
Spends his will point to shoot you.
Yep.
No, I've not used a musket before. You've got evasion +1.
See, hitting me on 6s.
Goes to 6s.
Yep. That's good. That's
2 hits.
Well, that's all right.
Damage +1.
Yep. Penetration -1. So I'm on 3 protection and I'm taking 3 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Could be worse. I take 1 damage.
Yep. Up to 3, down to 9.
Okay. And that's that musketeer done?
That is, yes.
Right. At some point we've got to go and get involved, I suppose. Who have you got left?
I've got my captain of the guard, the commander of the guard,
Yep.
the leader, and I've got a regular city guard.
Okay. And I'm running out of pieces to stall with, really. Oh, we could just go get stuck in. Let's go with... The Nosferatu's less relevant than he used to be. Yeah, Nosferatu's going to go.
Okay.
He is going to... That's a really awkward angle, trying to see where our options are. Going to try and jump on the gondola. That's a very long jump, actually, isn't it? How long a jump is that?
Depends if he wants to get on the tail bit to chain jump, it'll be 4 inches.
Yep.
If he wants to actually get onto a bit he can balance on, he probably needs to go 5.
We'll chain jump onto the prow of the boat. I think it is the prow, actually. I've been rowing it backwards.
It is.
Yes. So you said needing 4, needing 2 aces?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So he's on the prow of the boat. Does the noble fall off it? No. And then we're going to chain...
Looking for 4 inches.
Yeah, so we'll try another jump onto the ramp.
Yep.
Using 2 aces. Getting it.
Yep.
So he'll land at the very foot of the ramp. And lastly, let's... Yeah, we'll charge the pirate. Who am I more likely to kill? I'm not going to kill the Janissary. And he is also attack 4. Yeah, I will charge the pirate, please. So you can move me... Oh, will 3 get to that? No, 3 won't get anywhere near that, will it?
3, you kind of need to go around the skeleton.
Yeah, I'll jump on the gondola and jump off it then.
You've already jumped off.
Oh, you're right, can't change jump. Good point. And it'll have to be the Janissary. So into base contact with the Janissary, please.
Okay. Straight up.
Yep. I am attack 3. I'll spend 2 life points to make it 5. You are Dex 4. I have no special reroll stuff. That's terrible. That is 2 hits. Pen. He does have some pen, but you've got...
Does he have any pen?
He's got some.
Right, so
Universal Shielding comes into play. Yeah.
So whatever your pen, if you've got more than 1, then
it's 4.
Down to 4.
And Expert Shielding 4 as well.
Expert Shielding.
Oh, Expert Protection even.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't care. I shouldn't have spent those life points because now I don't heal them. Can you mark up 2 on that Nosferatu, please?
With pleasure. 6 down to 8.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Captain of the Guard. He is going to move around here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there's room here to skirt around the edge.
Yeah, I mean, push me back to make room if need be.
Charge you. There we go.
Yep.
So charging in on his second action. Now, he's quite pokey.
Is he the captain or commander?
Commander.
Okay. Oh, he is quite pokey.
Yes. Evasion -1. What's your dex?
It is 4, so you're hitting on 3s.
It's on 3s.
Is that 2?
2.
Okay.
Goes up to 3 because it's got +1 damage.
Yep.
-1 pen.
-1 pen. I am protection 3, so I'm down to 2 dice, taking 3 damage.
Yep.
I soak 1, so I take 2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
That was quite good. Let's try and stab you a bit harder. So his third and final action. Ooh, have I?
You in bubble range?
No, I seem to have blundered out of bubble range.
That's interesting.
Well, oops. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
There, yeah, that'll do you.
Yeah.
That's the wrong end of 5 damage.
5 damage. 2 defense dice. I make 1, fail 1, so I take 4 more.
You have 2 remain.
Excellent. Good. Why did I send them in? That was really stupid. Right. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So the man bat, how far away is the bat from that commander who's just shown up? The top of the crane does come off if need be.
Yeah.
Am I within 10 is the crucial question.
No.
Okay, what if I go horizontally?
Go horizontally, then yes.
Okay, and I'm falling how far if I do that? Sorry. There we go.
So you can go 10, gets you down to about there.
Yep.
Looks like 2 inches.
2 inches, I'm flying, so I won't care.
Yep.
Right, I will spend a command point from the noble to give him 1 more action.
Both of those characters have bodyguard.
That's irritating. I don't like that at all. Right, there's been some deliberating, and there's some clever plays happening. So I did decide to go with my Strigoi. I've spent 1 of my 2 remaining command points from my noble to give him 3 actions. And he has flapped 10 inches down to here, dropped 2 inches and taking no damage because he's got fly. You've interrupted with your Captain of the Guard?
Captain of the Guard, who is using his bodyguard ability to charge you.
Now, you are going to give me an agenda by doing this, because I will get decoy by having a hero or henchman in base contact with 3 or more enemies.
Absolutely.
But it could well be worth it, because you're not going to stab me, are you?
I'm not. I'm going to run up and I'm going to try and shove you in the water.
Okay, fine. So, this is an opposed grapple. I am attack 4.
Yep.
I'm on a bigger base than you, and I'd really rather you didn't.
Dice?
Sorry?
Fate dice?
Yeah, it doesn't matter for an opposed roll.
Oh, okay.
But I will add 2 dice taking 2 damage because I really don't want to go in the drink. So I'm going to be down to 13 life.
Yep.
Needing a good roll. 1, 2, 3. Drop 4 dice, please.
Okay. So I'm spending my will point.
Yep.
Attack 4 goes down to just the fate dice.
Okay.
Off you go.
All right, you throw me 3 inches. Where do you want me?
Awkwardly unbalanced onto that gondola pole where you fall off embarrassingly.
No, God, it is embarrassing, isn't it? All right. Come on. All right, I can still charge back in with my last action, but you've really ruined my plans, which I really am quite upset by. Movement 5 goes down to movement 3 because we're starting in the water and our wings are all wet, and it's a terrible day. I think I can, because I can fly over you and get back pretty much where I was. Is that helpful?
Can you fly if you start in the water?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. Let's say not. You reckon?
Yeah.
I've seen swans take off.
Yep.
He's like a swan, more or less.
Only less graceful.
Yeah. Oh, he was pretty graceful until that happened. So I am going to... In fact, you know what? 2 can play at this game. I'm going to go back in to where I was.
Yep. So because you're coming into face-to-face contact with everyone, none of my bodyguards trigger.
Yep. I'm going to grab that captain who just attacked me.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw him in the river.
That seems a bit rude, but turnabout is fair play.
So, opposed attack.
Yep. I've got 1 success.
So I'll cancel out my bigger base dice, putting me on 4. And I'm going to get an ace, and you can go in the drink.
Yeah.
This is a very serious game. So 3 inches, I think, can put you basically around here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep, that'll do.
Splosh.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. That was my action. Have you got anyone left?
I do.
Who have you got?
I've got a city guard under there who's going to charge you.
Oh, no. Okay.
So I think he's outside of 4, isn't he?
Yes, you are. So it'll be a move and then a charge.
Yep.
Yeah. And movement for you?
Yes, please. Hurling in, he's going to spend his will. Your Dex 4.
Dex 4.
That's the wrong end of 3 damage, plus 1 for his sword, 4 damage.
4 damage, 2 protection. Which I make neither, so I do take 4 damage. Okay, so we are currently on 13, it's going to be down to 9. No, 13, yes. Okay, fair enough. You are now completely done, aren't you?
Everyone is done.
Okay, and I've got left my Hulking Moroi and that common Strigoi. Can I get anywhere remotely useful? I need to basically grab one of you and pull you this way. But I'm blocked by my own guys.
Someone's going to push you leading the drink, can't they?
They might have to. Jump to here, chain jump to there. Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. So this common Strigoi is going to try and jump onto the ledge there.
Yep.
Chain onto the gondola.
Yep.
So we are Dex 5. That is a crit, which would be great if I wasn't chain jumping.
Yep.
So I'm now at the very tip of the boat.
You're on the railing.
Sorry, on the railing even, yes. Then onto the gondola. That is an ace, so a 3-inch jump.
3 inches. Just about makes it.
Yep, onto the very rear of the boat.
Yep. Does your leader fall in?
Don't you dare. She does not. So I'm now right over here on the rear.
Yep.
And
you only fall off if you end your action there, don't you?
yes, that's correct. So
end your turn.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I could jump you and just bite you. Isn't an awful idea. Yes, I'm going to try and jump. Can't chain jump. I'm going to try and just jump into base contact.
Okay.
From the rear of the boat. That looks like... I think so, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Needing 2. 2.
Getting 3.
3 even. So that's the wrong one. This one. So bounce, bounce, bounce to here.
In she goes.
In she goes, and she is going to bite you hard. This one is the one that has not taken any damage yet, because it's the other one that's been beaten up. So we're going to spend 2 life points for +2 attack.
Yep.
So we are looking for, what's your defense? Dexterity even?
Dex is 4.
4, so looking for 4s. Anything like parry?
Nope.
Nope. So rerolling 1 dice. Okay, that is going to be 5 damage, no pen.
5 damage, protection 4.
Hey, you absorb 2.
3 damage.
Yep, and I'll heal back the damage I just did to myself. And that will be her done. And then I've just got my Hulk, who really doesn't have any space. So 4 inches to there. I mean, we can try the same thing. Get him in the right direction. So 4 to there.
Yep.
Try to...
2 actions, hasn't he?
He's only got 2, yeah. We're going to try a jump onto the gondola.
Yep.
We are only Dex 4.
Yep.
So that is going to be 2 aces. So we're on the rear of the gondola. Does my leader fall off? No, she doesn't. And then jumping from the gondola to... I'm never going to make that jump. So I'm going to just try and jump as far this direction as I can.
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to be 4 dice. 1 ace, so a further 3 inches off the rear of the boat into the water.
Splash.
Splash, with a very big splash. He's a big man. So 3 inches off the rear there gets us to here. And we really have decided to play the entire game in this 1 foot by 1 foot corner.
Third turn, I think.
It doesn't third turn. So priority for round 4. I have 1 command point.
I have 5. Fate doesn't matter, does it?
Nope, I got an ace.
So I got 2.
You gain. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Yes, please.
Makes sense.
Top of round 4.
You have priority, and you went with Fadila, I believe.
Absolutely, yes. So she made the biggest defensive bubble she could, which covers all of my characters.
Yep.
And in fact, everyone within 6 inches, which is this whole mess of people. She then cast Rejuvenation, fully healing the Captain of the Guard, who's currently in the drink, and then casting Aqua Cura Vita underneath my commander, which at the end of the round, any of my characters under that template will heal 4, any of your characters will get stunned.
Oof, right, so we've got to clear some space really. It's getting really quite congested here. That was her done though, wasn't it?
That was her done.
Okay, so my first action is going to be my hulking Moroi. He has swam out onto the ramp there, and he's now going to try and jump onto the gondola here, then chain jump into contact with that pirate. Thank you. So he is Dex 4.
Yep.
And...
I'm rooting for you, big guy.
God, look at that, he's so aerodynamic. In fact, I think with a 4, we can probably just end in base contact stood on the gondola. Or it's probably unstable, isn't it? So we'll go to there.
No, I think it's stable.
Yeah.
I mean, my captain stood on it earlier. That looks fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, and then we're going to punch you.
Okay.
And we're going to spend 2 life points to punch you extra hard.
Okay.
He is only Vampiric Attack 1, so he will take 1 net damage if I don't hurt you.
Okay.
So, let's mark up quickly before I forget to do that. He's going to be down to 13 currently. But he's going to be on 4 attacks. First strike is going to add 2. And then the life points are going to add 2 more.
What's his health?
He is 15 health, so he's currently on... Sorry, done that wrong. He is on 13 health, thank you.
Okay.
Right, 8 dice.
Here he goes. 8 dice. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
he is a
with
beat stick.
Damage +1, pen 2. Not that you care about the pen.
I don't care about the pen.
No. Looking for Dex of 4.
Dex of 4, yes.
Okay. Parry.
Parry 1.
Okay. So I've got to reroll one of these. So is that cock or is that a 1?
Roll us again.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's a 1.
So that's a fail, and I've got to reroll one of my successes. In the tray would probably help.
So you're on 2 successes so far.
Yeah.
So
right, reroll one of them.
reroll one of them, yeah.
Into a success.
2 successes.
So 2 successes, that'll be 4 damage.
4 damage. protection 3, universal shielding 3, and
Expert protection.
expert protection. No, takes 3 damage.
Okay, and I will heal back a life point, and then I will do it again. So I'll spend 2 more life points. So I'll be down to 12.
Was he on 3 actions? Did you spend your last command point from your...
Yes, sorry, I forgot to mention. Yes, I am spending the last command point.
Okay.
This is worth doing. Can you pass me the dice set on the floor? Actually, I've got one. I got the other one I dropped on the floor. Right, so 8 dice. Hoping for a bit better this time. Looking for 4s.
Yep.
Okay, and I have to. So that's a miss. That's a miss. Reroll that one into a miss.
Yep.
That is 5, so 7 damage.
7 damage. Ouch.
Yes, quite.
Rerolling 1. 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finishes him.
Hey, very good.
Oh, goodness.
And that is a life point healed
I
back.
should have thought to spend a will on that. Oh well. I didn't.
No. Okay, that is him done. But he has definitely made a mess and has made a problem for you to deal with.
That is some carnage. Right. Let's have the captain of the guard. Not captain, commander of the guard. Guard commander.
Yep.
He is going to try and chop up your Nosferatu's on 1 health, isn't he?
He's on 2,
Two
but it's
health.
kind of academic.
Right. Let's try and slice him up.
Okay. Dex 4.
Okay, hitting you on 3s. That'll be 4 hits.
Yep.
5 damage.
Pen.
Pen 1.
Pen 1. Expert protection, I have.
Yes.
So I'm on down to 2 dice though, so I think even on the crit, I think I'm dead, which I did not crit, so he is going to die. There's a point to you.
Excellent. Huzzah! Ooh. My Janissary was in contact with 3 people, wasn't he?
He was, actually. Yes.
So, decoy! I have achieved decoy! I mean, kind of unintentional, but there we go, I'll take it. Then the commander of the guard is going to turn around and slice at Manbat.
Oh no, okay, fair enough.
I've got some will, haven't I? I've got 2 will. Let's put a will onto this.
Okay. Dex 4.
Dex 4, so hitting on 3s. That'll be the wrong end of 5 damage, going up to 6.
Okay. I'll be on 2 dice for protection.
Yep.
So 6 damage. Can't reroll that, so I take 5 damage.
5 damage. Have that.
Must I? It really hurt. I'm going to go down to 4 health.
Okay, and then he's going to use his other will to try and do that again.
Okay.
Missing that. 3s do hit you, so that is 5 damage.
5 damage. He's not very well. Reroll that. Is a fail, so 5 damage. I take 4.
Yep.
Which is going to neatly kill him.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It's suddenly turning. Right. Killed those 2, and that is the man that gone. Oops. Oh, I don't need to figure out how to extract him from the blast anymore.
No, that's a problem that solved itself.
Yes. If anything, it frees up some breathing room. So that is your guard commander done, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of his will.
So, has your captain gone yet?
My captain has not gone.
Of course he hasn't, has he? I'm going to go with my common Strigoi, the one who's in the water with him.
Yep.
And she's going to try and drag him back toward my noble.
Okay, so this is a grapple.
It's a grapple, yes. It's going to be spending... This kind of needs to work. I'm going to spend... what's your attack for?
4.
Okay. I'll spend a life point to do it better. So we're going to go down to 10 health on her.
Yeah.
Right, opposed attack. I'll call it after I see your roll anyway.
Yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes. I will do what it said, so I'll go down to 3 dice.
Yeah.
And I will throw you up to 4 inches.
Oof.
So let's get you away from all this defensive nonsense. There is an argument for doing that, in fact. And then... No, you're here. This looks really cool. That's really awkward. I think if we put you there, I could then charge you and bite you. 2 inches.
Well, work out where you're going to put me, and then I'll decide if I want to counter.
Yeah, good point. Then, actually, yeah, I'm going to put you in base contact with my leader. Would you like to counter? Sorry.
This is all very slippery.
Yes.
I need to find a bit of blue tack between takes.
Yeah.
Do I want to counter? No, I don't think that is going to be vastly helpful at this juncture.
Okay, so I'm then going to swim.
Yep.
2 inches to here, and I'll try and drown you.
Okay.
So opposed attack.
Yep. I get 1 success.
Okay, so I'll be on 3 dice.
Yep.
That is nothing. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
You float.
Jolly good.
But you're next to my noble now, so if you disengage, she'll get to swing at you. Because she's on dry land.
She is.
What's the plan?
What's the plan? I think I shall go with my city guard.
Okay.
He is companion officer, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So he regains his will. He is going to try and jump onto the gondola.
Okay.
Chain jump into contact with your leader.
Yep.
And then grapple her into the drink.
No, don't do that. I don't want to go. Spend the whole game with her dress dry. Go on then.
Yep. So, city guard, he is Dex 4.
Are we going to see onto the pole or straight onto the gondola?
Onto the pole.
Okay, because that's 2 easy jumps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting... Oh,
Okay,
crit.
spectacular roll, but you're on the pole.
Yep.
And then chain.
2 successes.
Which will
It's
get
the
you
leader.
into the leader. I have to make a dex check, not fall off the boat.
Yep.
Which I pass. I'm not going in water.
Okay.
So you're now in base contact with me.
I am, yes.
Okay,
So-
and that was your first action. You can
so-
charge the end of it.
Yep. So I shall be grappling you.
Okay.
Going to body slam you off the gondola.
Oh, I don't want to go in the water. What's your attack?
Attack 3.
Attack 3.
He has a will. He's got companion officer, so he's probably going to be regenerating it. I'm going to be using a will on this.
Yeah, so you'll be on 4 dice. Spend 1 life point. Why not?
Okay.
So we're going to go up to 5 dice.
Yep.
Which is going to achieve very little, giving you -1 dice.
-1. So attack 3, up to
Yep.
4 for my will, back down to 3 for the opposed roll.
Yep. No.
No!
Okay. Nothing happens.
Try again for my second action then.
Yeah. You now don't have any will spend, do you?
I don't.
Okay. I'm not going to spend anything either.
Okay.
Am I? No, I'm not. So 4 dice. Please drop 2. Oh.
Off you go!
Where am I going? Where do you want her?
So that is...
2 plus 1 per ace. So it's not correct. You need an ace on top of the destiny dice.
Yes.
So just 3 inches.
3 inches back off this way.
Yeah. Not in contact with your chap, I assume.
No.
Absolutely insensate. Fair enough. Okay, that's him done, isn't it?
That is him done.
Alright. So, this thrall is going to... Are you done, or are you thinking of doing something else?
I'm thinking of doing something else. I think I'll just throw you there.
Okay, so still in base contact with your leader then?
Not quite in base contact.
Okay, but near your leader.
Yes.
He's not the leader, the guy.
Captain.
That's the one. I'm going to go with I will go with my leader.
Okay.
I will swim climb back out onto the boat.
Yep.
That can still be a charge.
Yep.
And then out of the water. Better or worse.
Yep.
Yes. Let's do that. Although, how tough is this chap? The city guard guy?
He's
It's not.
protection 4, 12 life.
It's not currently in for dealer's range.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, so I think actually I might just give him a bite.
Okay.
Can I have both him and the captain though? I don't think I can. I've got to pick one. So I will just have him and try and do some life restoration. Or some damage. Let's go for damage. I spent my command points, let's go for damage. So I'm going to spend 2 life points.
Yep.
And I'm going to bite you extra hard.
Okay.
So we are looking for 4s, re-rolling 3 of them.
Okay.
So that is 6 damage.
Okay.
No pen.
6 damage.
Yep.
Soaks 2.
Okay, so that's 4 damage so far.
Okay.
I'll heal back my life points, which I'll spend again for my second attack.
Right.
Oh, sorry, you are being countered.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are. My captain of the guard is going to issue a counter.
Okay, roll dice. On a 7 up, it's going to cost you 2 command points.
Okay.
Because you are near. Is it 7 up? Yeah, 7 up. If you do a command within 6 of me, it costs you 2 rather than 1.
Okay.
So.
You roll.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're looking for 7.
Yes, it costs you 2 of your
Costs
command
him
points.
2. You had 3, he's got 1 left.
Okay.
He is going to order that guard to row the gondola.
So, no! Don't you dare!
Which he succeeds on, so the
Okay.
gondola can go 3 inches.
Where do you want it to go?
This way.
I don't want to go that way.
Can I put you into the blast?
I don't think you can get me in the
I
blast.
think I can.
Okay.
That's within 3.
Right. How should we do this then? Right. Dan has managed to wiggle the boat so that both my noble Strigoi and the city guard are under that blast template and back here within Fidella's range. So you know what I'm going to do?
Give it
on back.
It's what she's good at.
It's what she's good at, and she's absolutely furious now. So we're 5 dice with our dex of 5. We do. That's not a crit, is it? That's
Not a crit.
It's 4 inches. We get further away than we started.
Okay.
So let's put the boat back here.
Yep.
This is a very serious game.
Okay.
In fact, they can even touch your captain with that
Yeah.
flash wave.
Well, you were touching before I rode you away.
That's true. So even better. Right. That was my second action.
That was your second action.
My third action. Bite you.
Yep.
Um,
And then you're spending some life on this.
We are getting a little bit. We healed back that. We didn't get to attack you again. So yes, we will spend those 2 life to go up to 6 dice.
Yep.
Biting that
Guard.
guard. That's the one. So 4s. Re-rolling 1, 2 of them. Into successes. 6 more damage, please.
6 damage. Ouch. Saving 2, 4 damage.
Okay, still alive.
Still alive. He's got 4 left.
Oh, cheek. And I'll heal back those life points, so I'm back up to 8.
Okay.
That is now done. Over to you.
Okay, that was quite silly,
That was
wasn't
very
it?
silly.
So the pilot is dead. That just leaves me the Janissary captain and the marksman.
Yep. And I've got my common Strigoi, my thrall, and my noble servant.
Yep. I think I'm going to go with the Janissary.
Okay.
He's used all of his will. He is just going to stab up the hulking Maori.
That makes sense.
Your dex 4, aren't you?
Dex 4.
I have universal expert defense 2.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That is 4 hits, 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, so I'm going to use my undershirt.
Okay.
So I'm going to reduce it by 9.
Okay.
Take 0 damage.
Going to stab you again
That
then.
makes sense, yeah.
Can't reroll fate dice, so that is 3 going up to 4 damage.
Okay, on a single dice,
Yep.
which I pass. I can't crit it.
Yeah.
So what's damage? Sorry.
It was 3 up to 4, down to 3, 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, so he's going to go down to 10.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
that's your only 2 actions, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Yes, very good. Okay, let's go with my thrall next. Who is just going to move 4 to here, and he'll guard.
Okay.
Go to there. I don't think the guard's going to matter, but he's not doing his other action for anything.
No.
Over to you.
Okay. My guard marksman
Yep.
has reloaded
Ah,
and is going to shoot your leader.
makes sense.
He is going to use a command point because he regained it from companion officer.
Yep, you're not within 6 of her, so it's not going to cost you 2.
What? It's a will.
Oh, I thought you said command point.
I
Sorry.
did say command point. Sorry. I meant will. He's using his regenerating will,
I understand.
spending his will, shooting your
My leader.
your leader.
Okay, Dex 5.
Dex 5. So looking for 6s.
Oh, no.
That's a crit.
So I take a life point straight away.
Yep.
So I'm down to 7.
Okay, and that is 2 hits.
Okay.
So plus 1 damage. So 3,
3 damage.
Yeah.
Any penetration?
Penetration 1.
Okay, so I'm going to lose 1, and I'm not within range of your bubble, so I'm on 3 dice, taking 3 damage.
Yep.
I take 2 damage.
Okay.
Click. Ouch.
Shouldn't throw it away, really, should you?
No. Well, yes, I think it was still very cool.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Is she done? Sorry.
He is done, yes. Can you take a dex check, though, please?
Oh, yes, because I took more than 5. Well, took some damage.
Yes.
So, dex 5. I'm fine. In fact, I crit it.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not going in the water. You can't make me. You probably can.
You are somewhat hyperphobic.
Yes, I don't care for it. That city guardsman is quite low, though, isn't he?
He has got 4 left, yes.
Okay. Are you within 12 inches? Yes, you are. So I'm going to move 4 inches up with my Highborn Servant.
Okay.
And she will fire her pistol at you. Which is cool. Once I find the number of dice I need, now she's actually joining in. She is attack 4, it's evasion +1.
Okay.
So hitting you on 5s.
Yes.
And it's pen 1, and that's it.
Okay.
I will spend both my will points because she has companion vampire, so she'll get 1 back next time. So we are looking for 5s. Well, that's pretty good. So that is 3 damage at pen 1.
Yep.
Yep. No. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Big roll.
Is +1 damage?
No, just pen 1.
Okay.
It's a little gun.
So that's only 2 then. I'm dex 4.
Sorry, yes. 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yeah.
I soak 1.
Okay. So you take 1 damage.
1 damage. 3 left.
Okay. Have you got anyone left?
I do. I have my captain.
Okay.
Oh, captain, my captain. I'm going to do a grapple action on your leader.
Oh, stop it. Okay. I am attack 4.
Yep.
You're attack 4.
I'm attack 4.
Have you got any resources to spend?
I've got a will.
Okay. You would need probably 2 aces to throw me into your blast marker, so I don't think I need to spend a life point on this. So
Okay.
4 dice. Maybe I should spend a life point on it. That is no successes.
That is 1 success.
Okay, so you move me 3 inches. Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to go up here.
Yep.
And I'll use an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah, because you're charming me.
The battle for the gondola is heating up.
Right, I am dex 5.
Dex 5. Spending a will as well, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my last will. That is 5 for 5.
Oh, good grief, that could actually just kill her.
+1 damage, that's 6 damage.
Okay. So 6 damage, any penetration?
Pen 1.
Pen 1. 6 damage, 3 protection dice. I soak 2.
Yep.
So I take 4 and I have a life point remaining.
Oh!
Right. Done?
Done.
Okay, we're going to bite that thrall with that common Strigoi.
Yes.
So the thrall is going to be down to 2 health.
Yep.
And I'll give us 3 actions.
Yep.
That city guard is fairly close to death, isn't he?
He's not looking well.
Yeah.
He's got 3 left.
Okay, I'm going to charge him.
Yep.
I can't quite get a base combat.
Okay, this is fine.
Okay.
Are you in base with both?
Yes.
Okay.
So I am going to... How much health left, sorry?
3.
3. Let's go for violence. I'll spend 2 life points.
Good choice.
Yep. So I'll be on 6 dice, re-rolling one of them.
Yep.
That is going to be 6 damage, no pen.
6 damage, no pen. He's not looking good. 5 damage. He's a goner.
There we go. Right.
Okay, my guard commander is going to use his first command point of the game
Okay.
to do a counter order on my captain.
He's not done 3 actions, has he?
He's not done 3
Does
actions.
it cost you 2 command points on a 7?
Does it? Let's find out. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm going to stab your leader.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
8, 1 hit.
1 hit, so...
Goes up to 2, and it's pen 1.
Right, so I've got 3 dice, taking 2 damage, I need to pass 2 of them.
Yeah.
Come on. Passes 2 of them.
Passes 2 of them. Oh no!
She's fine.
Oh, that would have been an agenda for hero killing elite.
Oh, that would be good, yes. Right, then that common Strigoi will take our other 2 actions.
Okay.
So I've not touched that captain yet, have I?
You have not touched that, Captain.
No. Okay, let's have a bite, first of all. I'm now starting to run a bit low on life points, so I don't really want to spend loads here. Yeah, not going to spend any life points, just going to bite you normally.
Okay.
So, any defensive stuff?
No, he's just protection 4.
Okay, so Dex 4, so also
Dex
hitting
4,
4s. So that is going to be expert defense 1, 3 damage.
In the tray.
0 damage.
0 damage. Why is that 7 not black?
Weird.
That's very strange. Anyway, yes. 0 damage. Survive that.
Okay, fair enough.
You bit a Thor though, didn't you? So you have a third action.
I do, yes. Do I want to bite you or throw you? That's the question. I want to throw you, I think. Yes, I do. Yeah, so grapple. So
Okay.
opposed grapple.
You roll your full of dice. I don't care. Give it on.
I failed.
You failed.
So nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good effort all round, everyone.
That happened.
Yep. And I think we're done.
Okay.
So your template will trigger, because I think
Yes.
you've got no one left.
Yeah, both of my guys who are completely uninjured heal.
Yep. And that goes away, which we'll extract in a moment.
Yep.
On to round 5 of
Round
6.
5,
I
yes.
have no command points, so you will auto-win priority.
Win priority.
Okay.
You've spent all your command points, so I'm automatically winning it.
Yep. Where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start? I want to start with my Commander of the Guard issuing an order to the Captain of the Guard.
Okay.
Captain of the Guard is then going to activate.
Yep.
He can see his commanding officer, so he gets his willpower back.
Does it cost you 2 command points?
Does it cost me
Are
2
you my
command
leader?
points?
It does.
It does. Oof. You've got your money's worth out of that.
We have, yeah.
So his 5 is down to 1. My Guard Commander is going to try and stab your leader. He is going to spend 1 of his willpower points to... No, he's not going to spend a willpower point to do this.
Interesting.
Hitting you on
Dex 5.
Dex 5. Hitting you on 5s.
Yep.
3 hits. 4 damage.
4 damage, pen 1. I mean, she's almost certainly dead. It's not worth the undershirt. I think it'll just cost you an extra action, really, if I were to do that. So I will save the undershirt for someone else and just take this, I think.
Ooh.
Sorry. That's very cocked, but she's dead anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is my leader slain.
With a hero.
Ah, right, yes. That's a big deal.
That's an agenda.
Yep. Okay, so that is hostile takeover done.
Yes. We got her.
Right, your second action.
Second action. I'm going to stab... I'm not sure. This vampire thing here, is it a common vampire?
There's a common Strigoi.
Common Strigoi. Oh, common?
Yeah, basics.
Oh,
Just basic.
oh, put a willpower into this and stab him extra hard then. Come on.
You find her just existence offensive.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't like that.
Go on then, Dex 5.
Dex 5. That is one miss. 4 hits, 5 damage, pen 1.
5 damage, she's got 3 health remaining, you've got 1 more action remaining. Is this where I spend it? You spent a will point there, didn't you?
I did spend a will point.
Yeah, I'm going to use the leather undershirt here.
Okay, so 5 damage.
Reduced by 6, so 0 damage.
Okay.
And then your last attack.
That's Deco.
Stab her again. Or something else.
Let's have a quick think. So the plan was for you to be dead and for me to be able to jump nimbly to safety. It's just a 4-inch jump that way, isn't it? Or a 4-inch jump that way. So I'm looking for 2 successes out of 4 dice.
And a disengage.
And a disengage. I think I'm just going to stab you instead.
That makes sense. Decent odds just killing her outright,
Yeah.
really.
No, violence is the simpler answer.
Yep. So Dex 5.
5. 2 hits, 3 damage.
3 damage, 3 life remaining. Pen 1 was it?
Pen 1.
So I'm on... My 3 goes down to 2.
Yep.
Which I
to
need...
make one of these.
Yep. Which I do not. That's her dead. Oof. Right, okay. I'm suddenly running low on pieces. Let's go with that hulking Moroi.
Yes.
He is going to try and throw this Janissary out of the way. So,
Okay.
opposed grapple.
Opposed grapple. Can you roll all of your dice?
Yes. So I'm going to be 5 because I'm bigger than you.
Yep.
And I'm going to get just a single ace.
Yep.
Can you put yourself 3 inches that way into the water, please?
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't get me very far into the water, but it critically does get me into the water.
Yep. And then can I charge your sniper?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to do the big punch, so I'm going to take 2 damage, and I'm going to go up to 8 dice.
Okay. Dropping you
4,
down
6,
to
8.
8 health.
Yep. That's
Are you
what
going
I'm
for
fine.
damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So 8 dice, looking for 4s. You're not making me parry or anything, are you?
No.
No, so that's going to be 5 plus 2, so 7 damage. And your shielding is currently down.
Shielding is currently down.
I am pen 1 or pen
Pen
2?
one.
I can't actually read from here. You check for me, sorry.
Absolutely. Pen 2.
Pen 2.
Ouch. I don't like that very much.
No, your punch is quite hard. Oh, you
Plus
said
2.
2. Nice.
So that was how much damage?
5, I think I said.
Okay, so it's 3 damage taken.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, could be worse.
Hmm.
But he's in your face.
He is in
not
my
reloading
face.
that gun.
No,
That will be him done.
that will be. I think the Janissary is spending his last command point
Okay.
to give himself 3 actions.
Yep.
He is going to climb out.
Yep.
He is going to vault over this.
Excellent.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he is. And land sword first.
So,
in my Moroi.
sword first in your Moroi.
Yep.
Both swords first.
Dex 4.
Dex 4.
Ooh,
That's
crit.
A crit. And
4,
4. Yep.
5.
5.
So 5 damage and a life point.
Yep.
I am protection 1.
Yep.
Which I do make, so 4 damage.
4 damage.
Plus the life point, so 5.
I've already done that. So
So
you
four
are
more.
8 down to 3. Okay, and for my third and final action, I will stab you again.
That makes sense.
There we go. That is 4, going up to 5.
I think it's going to get him. He can't crit on 1 dice, so I'll take 4 more damage.
4 damage.
And he will die.
Got him.
Oh, he went quick.
Right. That solves the marksman being able to shoot problem.
Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, my thrall. How hurt is your captain again? Oh, yeah, your captain not. How's he not hurt? I'm sure it hurt him. He has to have gotten better.
You nearly hurt him, and then you decided to attack the city guard, who heroically leapt to his rescue.
That was the one. Okay, my thrall is going to run down the steps and bonk you on the head with the shovel. Am I within 4 there?
Yes, you are.
Yep, so I'll get 2 attacks.
In fact, 4 would just about put you on the gondola if you want to cohabit a gondola with me.
I don't know about that. You're quite kind of scary. Yeah, go on then. Put me on longer as well.
Okay, I mean, I have already acted this turn.
Yes.
And I have used action for an extra thing, so I can't even counter.
Yep.
You're up, bonk with this shovel.
Yep, so 4 dice, looking for 4s. That's going to be 3 damage and a stun token.
Any pen?
No pen. It's a spade.
It's a spade, 2 damage.
2 damage and a stun token.
Oof.
And then I will bonk you again.
Yep.
Have I got any will left on him? Yes. With the vampires bit will be dead. But no, they're not. So he'll got his will. He'll spend his will point on this attack. There we go.
Yep.
Take a will point off thrall. Thank you. So we are going to go up to 5 dice against Dex 3 now. So that is going to be 4 more damage.
Pen 1 still? No, no pen.
No pen.
This is still a
This
spade.
is still a spade.
That's a crit.
Yeah, so you negate an extra 1, so you negate 3 damage.
3 damage. Takes 1.
Yep. The main thing is I hit an officer of the guard with a spade, which I think is a moral victory.
That's an arrestable offence.
Yep. That is him done.
That is him done. I was looking at him and thinking, how's he only got 2 life? I haven't attacked him yet.
No, I have.
No, yes, right. And you've got a... Noble Strigoi, she's a goddess.
She's dead.
So it is just your common Strigoi in the water. She's on 10.
She's on 10. You've not done much to
She's
her.
on 10, right. Well, let's
Remedy that.
let's leave her alone then. Right, my marksman is going to go. He's going to use Companion to recover his will point.
Yep. So it comes back.
He's going to walk over here. He's going to spend it. He's going to shoot the floor.
That makes sense. It should be an easy kill.
Yeah. Dex of you is 4, so hitting on 5s.
Yep.
One
not a
hit.
crit. 1 hit. What are the properties of this gun again?
Plus 1 damage, so 2 damage, pen 1.
Pen 1. So I'm on 2 damage, 2 dice, 2 life. You make 1. Make 1. Got
He
1 life
lives.
left. Right, me.
You.
We've not moved, so my Highborn servant should still be within 8 of your captain.
Yes.
So she's going to shoot your captain.
Okay.
She's going to regain the will point and spend it immediately for the shot. She's going to go up to
yes, she is.
see a vampire. So I'm on 5 dice.
It's reload 2, by the way.
Yep, so I'm going to fire again in a second.
Okay.
So 5 dice, I'm looking for 3s because you're stunned. That is going to be 5 damage at, was it pen 1? Pen 1.
Pen 1.
Yep.
No, 5 damage.
5 damage.
Ouch.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Getting there.
5 left.
Yep, and I'm going to shoot you again with 1 fewer dice.
Okay.
So 3s. That is 4 damage at pen 1.
4 damage. Past 1.
So 3 more damage.
1, 2, 3. He's hurting.
He's very hurting.
Oh, I don't like that.
Who have you got left?
I've got Fadila and the commander.
Okay.
Rejuvenation is range 12.
Oh, that's really good.
Well, medic! Yep, so mind 5. She's using a will for this.
Okay. Needing 7s.
Needing 7s.
Reroll 1.
Getting 1 7. 1 7. So that heals 3 from him.
Yep. I guess we're 1 bullet.
Yep. And the guard marksman used his will as well.
Yep.
Oops. Doing that, she's going to do her bubble for 5 inches.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not getting out to him anyway. And then she is going to use the cantrip on the captain again. So this will heal 1 life and 1 will.
Okay.
If it goes off, which it does.
That's easily.
So 1 life, 1 will.
Okay. Really making it work for killing him.
Yep. There we go.
Right. Back to me
Back to you.
with my last activation. So that common Strigoi, is she able, with a movement of 2, to get onto the gondola and attack your guard captain?
Yes, she is.
Yep, that's what she's going to do then. So we are moderately healthy. Let's get that fixed. So we're going to spend 2 life points for a big bite.
Yep.
Right, carrying on. So I've got 1 bite through and dealt 3 damage when all said and done.
Yep.
I'm going to follow up with another big bite, spending 2 life points for once again 6 dice, rerolling 1 of them. Okay, I can't roll destiny dice, so that is going to be 5 more damage.
5 damage.
No
3
pen.
will kill him. So
It
I need
will.
to make 3 of these. I made
I
3
made
of
3!
them.
He's on 1 wound,
He
isn't he?
lives on 1.
Ah.
He is hanging in there.
There's not much left of him at this point. Right, he is your captain.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Excellent, and I'm done.
My commander. Right. Thrilling heroics time. So can he move his full movement if he moves into water?
Yes, where you start the move is what matters.
Yeah.
Start moving out of the water, you have your full move.
Okay, so he's going to move 4 to there,
Yes.
going to move 2 to there,
Yep.
and then he's going to
for 4 inches. That's like getting a base contact. You can go through the debris or move the debris out of the way.
Yeah. Shunts that there. Does not get him into base contact though. He's very close. Slide that over there.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Is that everyone?
That is.
Okay, so I still have no command points. You have, I think, 1.
I've got 1 on the commander, 1 on the... No, the Genismus used it for...
Yeah. Either way, you have command points to spend, so you ought to win priority for the final round.
For the final round.
Okay, you obviously have priority because you still have command points.
I have
you
priority,
went
yes.
for dealer, didn't you?
Dealer moved forward.
Yep.
And did a critically successful healing on the Captain of the Guard, restoring 6 life to him, and then used her bubble of protection to maximum effect, which also puts him in range of that.
Yeah, which has utterly torpedoed my plans. But we're going to see if we can... We'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do.
Absolutely.
So, going to go over that common Strigoi. She is once again going to go for that big bite. So, we're going to go down to 3 life points and just try and chew through that protection.
Okay.
So, we're looking for 3s because you are still stunned.
I am still stunned.
That is... Rerolling one of them. That is a pretty consistent 5 damage.
Oof. So I am... Stunned doesn't affect protection, does
No,
it?
it affects Dex, Mind, and Attack.
Protection 4. And I don't get to re-roll any of them because 3 of them succeed.
Okay,
So
fine.
5, that's 2 damage.
Alright, so you're down to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm afraid.
5. You're going even worse.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do 5 damage with 6 dice.
It's not good odds.
It's really not good odds.
Do you want to bite the falls, have an extraction? Well, you can't because he's not.
He's
not hot enough blood left in that one.
It would also give you a victory point if I did, because he's dead.
That too.
Well, technically the book says whoever kills the character gets the victory points. No, I'm going to have to just try it and bite you again.
Yeah.
So 2 more life points, leaving myself on 1.
Don't you get vampiric attack though?
Leave myself on 2, thank you. Right, I need a crit and all of them to hit, and you to miss all your dice. That's not what it says. That's not awful. Because it's not even 3, so it's still 6 damage.
6 damage could be enough.
It could be enough.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Destiny dice is getting away from me. That's 3 successes. Reroll 1, 4 successes.
Very nice.
1,
2 damage.
2 damage. He lives on 3.
He does live. Not a lot I can do about that.
Okay, well I think he has got to go next.
Yep.
I think he has got to try and stab that thrall to death.
Before he activates.
He's probably going to die to the Highborn Servant, but at least I can make sure you don't get your agenda. Right, so attacking, I lose one of my... Attack.
Yep. So I am Dex 4.
Companion officer, so I will regain the will point, which I'll immediately spend.
Yep.
Ooh. And
You right?
yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So he is going to attack the thrall.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Yep. That's a pretty good start.
That's 4 hits.
Yep. So it's 5 damage.
5 damage.
Pen 1, is it?
Pen 1, but you're in range of the bubble.
I am.
So universal shielding 4, expert protection 4.
Okay, well I am protection 3, so I'll
Yep.
have 3 dice for rolling fails. Taking, was it 5 damage?
5 damage.
Okay, reroll those 2 fails. So I'll still take enough to kill him.
Hooray!
Yep.
And then for his second action, he will try and stab the vampire.
Makes sense.
Well, that was underwhelming. Let's just pretend we didn't do that. That was a flourish.
Yes,
not an attack.
Just flicking the blood from the thrall off the blade.
Yeah.
Okay, and your stun token now clears.
Stun token clears.
All I have left is that Highborn Servant. You're still sitting in that protection bubble, so maybe better off stabbing you. Oh, she won't regain a will point. There are no vampires left alive. No, there are. It's one vampire.
There's one
Get 1
vampire.
will point back. Are we within 4 inches? No, nowhere near. So it's going to be a case of shooting you twice rather than charging you.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll spend a will point to shoot you. So we're going to go up to 5 dice. You are no longer stunned, so I'm now looking for 4s. Okay, that's a crit. So that's
That's a
1
crit.
life point and 3 damage.
Okay. 2 health remaining.
Yep.
soaks 3 of it.
No damage, other than the life points, because I did 3.
Okay, 2 to finish him.
Okay, we will try again. No will point now. That's not as impressive. Oh, no, it's still good. It's still 4 damage.
4 hits.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better.
Well, it does. I crit last time.
For 3-2, he lives. Oh no, he needs to pass one of these.
Okay.
He does pass one of them. Oh.
Alright. Fair enough.
Okay.
And you can mop up with your other characters.
I can mop up, yeah. I think I'd probably take out the common Strigoi, who's on 2 health, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have the marksman pop a shot using willpower.
Yep.
Needing 5s.
Yes.
There we go, that's a crit.
That's a life point.
And that is the wrong end of 4 hits as well, so 5 damage, pen 1. You don't care about the pen.
Yeah, but it's even with the dice I've got, that's not enough for her to survive. So that
So
does. Shoot her dead.
Oof!
Okay, fair enough. Good game. Yeah, good game. Well played.
Thank you.
That was closer than the previous one.
That was quite harrowing. I thought I was for it there.
Yeah, I thought I had you for a while and then crumbled.
Yeah, I think that the bottleneck round here was just took the edge off your attack.
Yeah, just broke against that wall. Fadila was very useful.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many hits did you heal for the game, do you think?
Probably.
It's got to be over 10.
I was going to say 15 or so.
Yeah, she's really good.
And the bubble as well, kind of mitigating damage before it happened.
Yes. There are a few times, I think, where a couple of characters were left on 1 hit here or there.
Yes.
But to be fair, it happened to me as well. There were a few times I lived.
Yeah, she carried her weight, and then, I mean, of my initial group of 5, 3 of them died. So yeah, that first dash into this corner was quite costly, but then the guard showed up.
Just in
yeah,
time.
the officer and the commander together, teaming up with the Janissary. It was quite a brutal front line.
Yeah, the board was interesting because I joked we only played in a quarter of it, but that bottleneck there really made it difficult to get into you. I think I was having to try and do dodgy chain jumps to get to the front line and then try and cross the water, at which point your bubble was up, your gang was all assembled and so on. So it's definitely interesting. Interesting board set up, interesting mission.
Yeah.
Very thinky game as well.
It was. Yeah, I'm not sure what else you could have done differently there. I think maybe gathering up more of the gondolas and coming across as a more kind of coordinated assault.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause I guess I still was drip feeding in a bit, wasn't I? Going in one at a time. But it's an alternate activation game. It's hard to go in to stage manager to get multiple characters in at the same time.
I think your commander coming in solo quite early on was
maybe a risk.
Yeah, no, pushed too far. I never quite managed to get my 3rd agenda.
No, what was your third one?
Disengaged twice with the same character.
With the same character, that was it.
And everyone who managed to disengage then immediately died after they disengaged. I thought the pilot was nailed on for that when the hulking Maury came over and jumped in, but no, I didn't live long enough to try and disengage from that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it came across the video, but I was really trying to stage manage getting ideas about your station, get that guard captain down with a henchman.
Yeah.
And there were a few times I could have maybe got killing blow with my leader or with the highborn servant that was trying to gun for that agenda. And that maybe cost me. Maybe just got the kill earlier and then tried to have the characters contribute to other kills and would have been a better idea. I don't know. The agendas are interesting. With this, we have been playing with a cut-down deck. Because the full deck of agendas, there's about half of them that are a bit weird. They're just things like jump up and down 3 times, or fall in the canal 3 times. Survive a fall of at least 6 inches. It's not very narrative. Whereas these, I think, they give you a random objective to do, but it still involves you interacting with your opponent and trying to be involved in the actual battle, which is good. So yeah, I quite like them. It'd be interesting to try some more missions that have some of the variations of them as well.
Absolutely. Don't know if it would have been worth you doing a plan command to try and
maybe
switch them out.
I was very low on command points. I think either Strigoi in general or my gang, what I currently have, is low on command points. With only 4 on the leader, 2 on Nosferatu, and I don't think there are many other characters that fit the vibe I'm going for that also give command points. There is the Spatar, or however it's pronounced, who's a really good character, who's a bodyguard with command points and full plate and a decent sword. But she's wearing plate mail. She's not a member of a noble drinking party that's gone wrong, which is the aesthetic I'm going for. But I might give her a go at some point. Anything you would add to your gang? Anything you'd change, do you think?
So I really liked the officer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his bodyguard got the ability to shine like I was hoping it would. I can really see having a 7-year veteran instead of the officer would have helped.
What's the difference? What does he have?
So he's a really good fighter on his own merit.
Yeah.
Probably slightly better than the guard commander.
Okay.
Doesn't have a companion officer. He's obviously a bit cynical after 7 years of being bossed around.
That'll do it to you, yeah.
And he's not an officer or a bodyguard himself. But what he does have is any soldiers, so my marksman and my city guard, counter spending 2 will points every time they spend 1 will point.
Oh, that's good.
Which, I can see when you got that critical mass of guards. Certainly, even with 2, I think it would have been pretty worth it. The little group in the middle, I had 3 henchmen, 2 heroes. I don't think I could have switched that up any other way. Really impressed with the Genesee. First time of using him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's not amazing, but he's just really solid at everything.
Yeah, he can fight, he can grapple, he's not got the full plate penalties. He's just a really good fighter. And command points as well. Yeah,
command points as well. And his command ability didn't really come up, but being able to spend a command point to give everyone +2 move when they charge, I think that could also be quite key for a clutch turn of manoeuvring.
Yeah. Cool. So that is second win to you for the campaign.
That is.
Doesn't matter who wins which game. So I'm going to keep telling myself for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It just gives you, again, a minor benefit to the next mission, which is going to be a very interesting one.
That is. It's messing about on boats, isn't it?
It's battle on the Grand Canal, so there is no terrain, I think, other than boats and some unstable ground. So that'll be interesting. I think you do get a benefit. I think you can start on a boat and I can't, maybe. That'll be coming out soon. We're going to try and stagger these to come out roughly every 2 weeks, give or take. And there's 5 missions, so we're nearly halfway through the campaign. If you do enjoy this sort of content, do let us know, because it's the first time we've done an actual campaign of any sort, really. I'm definitely enjoying it. I think it'd be fun to do it in our other games as well.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the comments if you do want to see more games like this. Tell us what we did wrong. Any Strigoi players, please help. If you want to support the channel, there are a couple of ways you can do it. Always the YouTube stuff, like liking, commenting, subscribing, is appreciated and helps the channel grow. If you want to help us out monetarily, there is our Patreon. There's a link to that in the description. You don't actually get anything per se, but you get our thanks. And then all the money goes into the channel, obviously. And we have an affiliate link with Firestorm Games, so anything you buy through them, and they do stock the entire Carnevale range, anything you buy through them, we get a small kickback from Firestorm, which again directly goes into all this terrain, additional gangs eventually maybe as well, better lighting equipment, and so on. So yeah, if you want to do any of that, it'd be much appreciated, but of course, no obligation. I think that's it. That's the sales pitch.
That's it.
Thank you for
enjoyed
watching.
it as much as we did.
Yes, and we'll see you again soon.
Take care.
Goodbye.